welcome back. So this is the continuation of the previous video, where we have learned about the multiple pointers pattern. So here I got a question which I have to solve with the help of multiple pointers. Okay, so let's understand the question first. Like, what is a question? I think it's zoom enough to for you guys to be visible, right? So you guys can see it clearly, I hope. So let's see. So we have a subsequence. Let's read the question. Okay. Create a function called isValidSubsequence, which takes two strings. Okay, it should be two, right? Let's correct it. Okay, which takes two strings as an input and checks whether the characters in the first string form a subsequence of the characters in the second string. Okay, and then in other words, the function should check whether the characters in the first string appear somewhere in the second string. Okay, it is not necessary to be contiguous, okay, but their order should be same. So what this question is trying to say, as far as I understood, we have to create a function which will accept two strings, okay, first string and second string. So all the characters of the first string should be there in the second string, right? And what it is saying here, in other words, the function should check whether the characters in the first string appear somewhere in the second string. It is not necessary to be contiguous, but their order should be same. So let's say you have two strings. Okay, we have some examples as well, right? So with the help of this, I'll try to explain. Okay, the string will contain the lowercase characters. Fine. So we are going to get two strings all with lowercase, right? They haven't mentioned anything else. Like, we can get these special characters as well. Okay, so those also we have to keep in mind. But with the help of multiple pointers, we'll see like how we can solve it, right? So here is a function. It is accepting two strings. Okay, so first one is hello, second is hello world, right? So hello is appearing in the second string. Okay, so it is returning true. Simple and straightforward, right? Now in the second one, if you see, here we have sing. Okay, and in the second string we have sorting, right? So s is available in the second string, sorry ing. Okay, it is also available in the second string. Okay, and the sequence is also same, like s is appearing first, ing is appearing later, right? The order of the characters is same in the second string. Okay, even though they are not contiguous. Contiguous means they are not coming one after another, like next to each other, but they are same in the order. Okay, so this is what they mean by contiguous here. Okay, so they should not be it's not mandatory for them to be next to each other. Okay, so here we have sing, right? I is right next to s, but here I is after this particular string, right? S, then we have O, then we have R, then we have T, and right after T we are getting I. Okay, and then N and G. Okay, so order should be same, like the way these characters are appearing here, like first S is coming, then I is coming, then N is coming, and then G is coming. So in the same order the characters should appear in the second string. Okay, so in the same way we are getting it here. That is why it is returning, that is why we have to return true, not it is returning true. It's just an example. Okay, we have to write it. Okay, now we have another example as well. So here we are getting animal. Okay, so here if you see, we don't have any such word animal. Now let's see what they have given. So a we have in the second string, that is fine. A is appearing first, and then n, let's see, n also we are getting, which is after a, that is also fine. Then I, let's see, okay, so it is also there right after n. Okay, so a and I, these three characters are there in the same order. Okay, they are not contiguous, but they are in the same order. Okay, now let's see, after I we are getting any m. After I we are getting M. Okay, so after M, is there any A available in the second string? After M, A is also available in the second string, and I think L is also available in the second string. Okay, I think like NIMAL is there in the second string. Oh, okay, great. So we are getting this particular string in the second string, which is in same order, and then A we are getting here. Okay, that means this is also like a valid subsequence, right? Now let's see this one. Here we have just numbers in the string. Okay, so is valid subsequence. Here we are getting 1 2 3 4. Okay, and here we are getting 4 2 3 1, and it is returning false. Why it is returning false? Because order is not same, right? So in order for these two strings to be subsequence, like this to be subsequence of this one, it needs to be something like one, something like this, right? 1 2 3 4. It doesn't matter if we get like 5 in between, 9 in between. Okay, so the order should be same, like 1 should come first, then 2 should come, then 3 should come, and then 4 should come. Now I hope you guys understood like how, what we have to do in this like what this question expects us to do, right? At least we understood the problem statement, right? Now what I will do, let's take this string. Okay, so let's take this one. So what I am planning to do is I will basically create two pointers. Okay, so first I will keep as I, just give me a minute guys, let me wrap it into the comments, otherwise it will keep on creating problem for me. Okay, now what I will do, I'll create a pointer I, and then I will run a for loop, okay, with pointer j. What j will do, j will keep on iterating through this array, right? This string j will basically, uh, let me quickly write it here. J will keep on iterating through this array, like first one. Okay, now here what I will do. Okay, so I will check if I at position the first string is matching with j at position first string, then I'll simply increment the value of I with 1. Okay, and then I'll see like if I at position string at position I is matching with string at position j, it is not matching, I will increment the position of j. Okay, now again we will do the same thing. We will check string 1 at position I is matching with string 2 at position j, it is matching, then I'll increment the value of I. Okay, and then same thing I will do, like string 1 at position I is matching with string 2 at position j, it is not matching, I'll increment the value of j by 1. Basically j will be the one who will be leading the loop, right? So j will iterate through each element. Okay, like this. What we will do simultaneously, we will check the position, like character which is available in the string 1 at position I. Okay, so if it is matching, like string 1 at position I is matching with the string 2 at position j. Okay, then only uh, we are going to increment the value of I, otherwise we will not increment the value of j. And why we will do, we are just going to check if the characters of first string are matching with the characters of second string. Okay, if it is matching, then only we have to move the like I first pointer, okay, to the next character, otherwise we will not move. Otherwise we will consider like we are getting a unique value only, right? In these two strings, like we are not getting any same character. Okay, so now let's implement it. Okay, so I hope you guys understood like what I am going to do. So let's write the solution. Okay, so here I have to write the function, which, let's create a function. Okay, with this function name, and then what I have to do, I have to accept string 1 and then string 2. Okay, so now here what I will do, let's see what they want. Like they want us to return true or false, right? So what I will do, the first condition, the very first condition I'll write is if there is no string 1 available, okay, then return true. And why so? If it is an empty string, okay, and you have a second string, okay, that means all the characters of first string are already there in the second string. Okay, simple thing. Like if you have nothing in first string but still you are getting the second string, that means we have to return true, right? It is a subsequence. Because see, like here it will be empty string, right? You will get no characters. That means you have no character to match in the second string, so always it will be substring only, right? So I will return true here. Now what I will do, I will create a pointer const, or it should not be const, right? Because we will be changing it. Let I equals to 0. Okay, I'll keep I as 0 initially. Okay, and now let's run a for loop. So for loop, this one basically I'll use let j equals to 0. Okay, j is smaller than string 2 dot length. Okay, and then j plus plus. So what this one will do, this one will basically iterate through the second strings each character. Okay, so far so good, right? So let's console log and then let's see parallelly what j is doing. Okay, so let's log sorry, j position and value. Okay, so I'll write j here and then I'll write string 2 at position j. Okay, sometimes this suggestions is so painful, guys. Okay, and then let's see how it goes. Or I'll just take this example, why I bother myself writing all these things. Okay, so I think this is already running. Let me quickly zoom it a little bit. So I'll paste it here, and then as you can see, we are getting j position, like first value of j is 0, obviously, because from 0 only we are starting this loop, right? So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, and on every iteration we are getting the value, right? String 2 at position j. So we have passed like sorting, right? So sorting, basic for loop. Okay, let me stretch it a little bit, right? So now what I will do, I'll write the first condition if string 1, okay, at position I, if it is matching to string 1 dot length minus 1. Okay, because this one we are starting from 0, right? And string if you do string 1 dot length, then you will get the length like this, right? Okay, sorry. So let me use this string instead of this. Okay, so as you can see, 1 2 3 4, we are getting 4 here, right? So what we have to do, in order to match this I with this one, we have to do string sing dot length minus 1, because here we are starting a loop with the 0 based, right? So in order to match it with the string 1 dot length, we have to do minus 1 in the length. And why we have to do that? Because first one will be looping through the string 1 array, right? Okay, and since we are starting it from 0, okay, and if it matches, like, sorry, it's not string 1, it should be I, right? So if I matches the string 1's dot length minus 1, that means we have all the characters, we have looped through all the characters of string 1. Okay, so in that case we will simply return true. So it is something like here we have an example, right? So what is going to happen, like I'll loop through the array. Okay, string 1 will be there, then j will be there, right? These two are same, then I'll loop, I'll increment the value of I, right, in the first string. Okay, and then I will check if these like these are not same, means it will be looping. So if these are same, then I'll again increment the value of I. Okay, and then I'll check if these are different, then increment it, increment j, and if these are same, then increment it again. Okay, now this one and this one is still same, then increment this one again. So now here I have reached the end of the string, right? So that means we have all the characters of first string available in the second string. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. That is why I wrote this condition. Okay, if I is equals to string 1 dot length minus 1, okay, then return true. That means the first string, like the substring, this first string is available in the second string as a substring. Okay, all the characters are in sequence and all the characters are available in the second string. Okay, so this is what this line will do. Okay, otherwise what we will do, if string 1 at position I, if it is matching, okay, with string 2 at position j, okay, in that case I'll simply do I plus plus. So as I explained in the example, right? So if these two characters, so let's say if this one, okay, string 1 at position I is L right now, string 2 at position J is L right now. So if these two characters are similar, then we have to increment the value of I by 1. Okay, and that is what I am doing here. Okay, so we are almost done with the solution. Okay, so here we are checking, like, if I have reached the end of the array, end of the length of the end of the string, we can say, so we have to return true. That means we have found our substring, okay, in the second string. Now at the end we can return false, right? So let me just quickly comment it out and then let's see what's happening. Right, let me quickly format this. Okay, and by the way guys, I'm also trying this for the first time in front of you only, because I think today morning only I saw this question. So let's see how it goes. Okay, so here is our function. Okay, now we have to use, let's use this one first. Okay, and then it should return false, right? See, we have empty string, we have nothing, so it is returning true. Okay, that is fine. That means it is a valid subsequence because we are not passing anything, right? Now if we are passing 1 2 3 4 and 4 3 2 1, let's see how it goes. It is still logging the output, right? And that is not what I want actually. Let me refresh it. Okay, okay, so now it is returning false, right? So let's change the order of this a little bit. So it should be like 1 2 3 4. Okay, so let's write 1 1 and then 2 3 4. Okay, let's see what happens. Now it is returning true. Why it is returning true? Because we have 1 2 3 4 available in the second string and they are in the same order, like they are coming one after another, right? The order in which we have these values in the first string, they are coming in the same order. Doesn't matter what we have in between in the second string, doesn't matter if we have empty space or any special characters, but the order of the characters of the first string is same in the second string. Okay, so that's why I'm getting true. Now let's try this example. So according to them it should return true, right? So let's see. Hello world, hello world. Okay, oh sorry, hello and hello world, right? So it is returning true. So far so good. Let's try this one. Okay, so it is also returning true. Okay, sing and sorting. So as you can see, S, I and G, they are appearing in the same order. S and then I and then N and then G. Okay, they are appearing in the same order. That's why we are getting true here. Okay, now animal and this one. Let's try this. Let me Let me quickly stretch it a little bit, right? Yeah. So this one also is giving us true. Okay. So that means we have implemented that function successfully. Congratulations to you guys, because you were there and you have solved it together and you have made it, okay, with the help of like this multiple counters pattern. And I know like this example was a little bit twisted than the one which I have shown in the previous one, but because this is how like you will get the questions in the interview, right? You won't get like you won't get the questions where you have to paste the exact same pattern, right? That is why what I was keep on repeating, like you have the pattern, you have a blueprint, you have to change it according to the requirement of the problem statement. See, I'm using multiple pointers only here, right? In previous lecture I have used it with the while loop, right? But still I had two pointers, okay? So in the previous lecture I have used it with the while loops because that was the requirement of the like question, right? But in this question, if I can do it with the single for loop, then why don't I use it? Still I have two pointers. See, this is one pointer and this is one pointer. Okay. So what is happening? This pointer, this one is keep on iterating through the array, through the string or whatever it is. Okay. To the value. But this one is only iterating when we want it to iterate. Okay. So basically in this case. Okay. So that is why here also we are using two pointers approach, but with a slightly different like code, okay, with a slightly different approach. Okay, so yeah, we have successfully implemented these things, and this is it for this lecture, guys. In next lecture, if you guys comment down like if you want more examples, more questions related to this particular topic, like multiple counters pattern, then write it down in the comments. I'll create another video, otherwise I'll move on to the next pattern, right? So this is it for today's lecture. See you in the next one.